Dino. Or is that right? No.
Go on, carry on.
Dino. I can't get it right.
Dino, did
you
I ever tell you you're my hero?
That's it.
Gorgeous.
When it's gone, the tune, it's hard to get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Last episode of the series.
Oh, flown through them buggers, haven't we?
10.
One of my favourite men I've ever met.
His facials, I was just sat here when my shoulders were going.
Yeah.
He hadn't even said anything.
He's a storyteller, isn't he?
Oh, aye.
Based on a true
100%.
story, I think he says.
Yeah, based on true events. There was one story he didn't tell, and I meant a thingy when he was at Bradford. I think it was Jim Jeffries called him into his office because he wasn't playing and said he can go out on loan. He says, "Oh, Gaff, I know I've made a few quid, but I haven't made enough to give them a loan."
That's just typical him as well, isn't it?
I think we were about 10 minutes in when I learned just don't interject.
Mm-hmm.
Once he's in his flow, let him go.
Yeah. It's like the touch paper, innit? it?
Yeah. Even though we start with it, the jury's still out on the Kluivert one. But
We'll get into it.
yeah,
It don't
Get
matter,
into
does
it.
it? By the way, but you forget how good a career he had.
I know.
You know, like you think about him more on the punditry and all that and the talk sport.
Well, he was my manager at Doncaster, and then when he used to join in, he talks about the technique that he had. Even at, I don't know how old he'd have been, but he was never
Still
missed.
had it.
Well, like British record signing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Can we just say thank you to everybody who's been with us this series and all the other series, but this series and the Patreons.
Yeah, you're really important people in our lives.
Yeah.
I did miss a chance to clean my name as well. There was a time at Doncaster when he thought I chucked an injury in over Christmas, and he put two and two together and said that I was out with you. That was our chance to. I think you must have had a mate.
Well,
I know you weren't in bother, but to deny it and put it right wasn't true. Yeah.
Missed it.
We stayed in, didn't
So
we?
Dean, if you're listening, watching,
Stayed in with your Chinese.
One last thank you as well to O'Neill Sportswear. Last episode of the series, but they've supported us throughout.
Next series, they're doing it again. Again.
I think they might be, might be for a return as well.
Oh, happy
Watch this
days.
space.
Where are we now?
We are in Box in Manchester, who have very, very kindly allowed us to use the bar upstairs.
it was nice, isn't it?
Dino. Yeah, it's lovely.
Should we get him in?
Let's get him in. Mr. Dean Saunders.
Can I just say that your sock arrangement sums up your demeanour, everyday life.
What? What's
Just
wrong?
twisted, it's down.
They're on. They're covering my feet.
Have you seen it?
Don't want to, I'm honest.
It's just scruffy.
It's not hard to put a pair of
Look
socks
at
on,
that.
is it? Like,
I hope it looks good from that side as it does from here. That's better. Just pull them up.
There we go. What a way.
Scruff.
do you know, like,
To finish the
I
series.
get a stick for being a like horrible man, horrible creature, and that, but he's worse than me, I think.
Why?
It's a toss up.
Well, I'm clean all the time, which is a big plus.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered. At least I don't go for other people for being dirty.
Scruffy, he does.
Yeah.
Just have a
Oh, they
fight.
No, it's only
Jest.
in reaction to. Anyway,
What
look
you
at
rolling
them.
your thing up for?
Look at them.
Come on, Dean.
See you next time.
Hope you two don't mind, but I need to get this Patrick Kluivert story nailed. Because we had a lot of people asking, ask Dean, did he really sign Patrick
Oh, yeah.
Kluivert?
I'll tell you what happened, because when you're on TalkSPORT, which I'm on, can be 3 times a week, and you're on for 4 hours, and we talk and we talk and we talk. It's called TalkSPORT. We talk, and you can't please everyone, because obviously you get blind loyalty from clubs. If I say something about Man United, it's because I played for Liverpool, not because I mean it. But I try to be impartial when I go on there. I try to say, if Jurgen Klopp's complaining about the fixture list at Christmas, I will say, Jurgen Klopp, stop trying to change the fixture list. But obviously people take the side of the story they want. And I told a story the other day about Patrick Kluivert on the radio. We were at Newcastle, myself, Graham Souness was the manager, I was assistant manager. And Patrick Kluivert was there on loan from Barcelona. What a player. I mean, ridiculous skills. He's like 6'4". It was a pleasure to watch him train every day. And Graham says to me, hey, wouldn't it be good if when Alan Shearer retires at the end of the season and we need to replace him, Imagine we got Patrick Kluivert fit, raring to go on the bridle. Now, Patrick's on his own in Newcastle, which is the best place ever if he's single. He's in Newcastle and he's living not far from Jesmond and he's having a good time. So Graham says to him, Patrick, look me in the eye and tell me when the great Alan Shearer retires, can you take the number 9 shirt? It's a big shirt. He went, yeah. He goes, you can't be messing about. You know, you've got to be dedicated and get your focus. And by the way, he's a great lad. Brilliant player. Hilarious. He goes, yeah. He goes, well, shake my hand. Look me in the eye and tell me you can hang your hat on me. So he said, you can hang your hat on me. He goes, shake Dean's hand. Tell Dean. So he shook my hand. And he went, Patrick, Alan's packing in. You know, next season, we'll try and sign you permanently and, you know, we're off. Anyway, he walks out the room. Graham went to me, unbelievable, Patrick Kluivert. He said, if we can get him fit. He said, come on, we'll go and have a bit of cake and coffee in the cafe in Jesmond. So Graham's driving. So I went, he goes, where's the cafe? I went, down here, turn right at the bottom of the road, turn left, down the bottom of that. I said, and by the way, I'm sure Patrick Kluivert lives here on this road. He goes, does he? I went, yeah. I said, keep going. Not this one. Not that one. Keep going. Stop here. And I looked at Patrick's house. I'm not exaggerating. He's got about 200 bottles of champagne outside his front door. And Graham went, please tell me that's not Patrick's house. I went, it is. He goes, oh, what have we done? And I went, they're not his. I don't know. And to be fair, they might not have been Patrick's, but it was Graham's face went, like, what are we? But it got construed into me saying, I signed Patrick Kluivert by some people. They need to get
Was he already there when you arrived?
Yeah.
He was on loan.
He was on loan. Bobby
that's
Robson
the thing
signed
there.
him. He was on loan. And I did say, if we signed you permanently, will you replace Alan Shearer with full dedication? And he said, yeah. I mean, what a player. It's a shame, but you know, but when you're on, you can't please everyone when you're on the radio. It's like
You've got to watch for the
lads.
details now, haven't you?
Well, I don't care, to be honest. You know, you can't be worrying about what people picking up on little words you say. And
What
you know,
happened
like,
30 years ago?
Well, 30 years ago, and your opinion, my opinion changes sometimes on players.
I think the problem is people don't say what they actually think a lot of time in the media. Like, why? What's wrong with saying he was shit?
Well,
he was shit.
Well, you can't.
Not that word, but he was crap.
Yeah, you can't. I'll like you two played for me. The only thing that stopped Chris from being a top player was injuries, and the only thing that stopped John was food and drink. Talent-wise,
My two favourite things.
No, but talent-wise, the both of them are like, and John Hartson was similar to you two. People don't expect you to be that good with your feet, like good ball strikers, and the two of them could get hold of a ball. Right now in the Premier League, there's nobody in the Premier League could get hold of the ball like these two. I mean that. Even Haaland.
Clip that up, Matty. I want that out this afternoon.
And I know, like, people are. This is, you know, what we were just talking about. People misconstruing what I'm saying, because people will go, Dean Saunders, no wonder he got sacked. He said John Parkins. He said John Parkins better than Haaland. What I'm trying to say is what I'm trying to say is just to make it clear. Nobody gets hold of the ball and use their body to control a long ball or ping like these two. They were brilliant at it. They relied on crosses. They relied on beating centre-backs up with pure strength, using their head, using their body, and sticking. Their job was to make the ball stick and score. That was it. If you're asking them to drop back in their own half and start chasing 70% possession, you end up taking them off. I'll get somebody on a whippet up there who can chase after the ball. That wasn't the game. But the last 5 years, teams dropping back in there, no. But looking at it now, long throws, corners, free kicks, teams hitting the ball from back to front, they would start thinking about a comeback. You could play in the Championship now. You could play in the Championship every week in, week out for all those teams that are playing in the Championship. To go up to the Premier League, Not quick enough, probably over the ground, if I'm being honest. But actually getting hold of the ball and getting on the end of things and scoring, they could do that. But they'd end up playing for a team that never gets any possession. As a manager, you just try and make players do what they're good at. This is how managers used to talk to us. I was playing for Aston Villa. We were top of the league, and I'd scored something like 6 in 6, something like that, 7 in 7, and we're flying. And I come in at half-time. Ron Atkinson shouted on the pitch a couple of times, "Get hold of the ball. Get hold of it." His voice started to get more and more angry, and I kept trying flicks and tricks, and I was giving it away. You're drifting into one. I'm thinking, the next one, I've just got to get hold of it and find an Aston Villa shirt. I laid it off half-time. We walk in at half-time. He said, "Jim, is everyone in the dressing room?" Jim Walker, the physio. He went, "Yes, gaffer." And he looks at me and he goes, "See you, get it in your thick head. You are no use to this football club playing with your back to goal. Why you insist on doing it? It's beyond me. It's beyond me." I went, "I'm 27, right? I've been at Liverpool. I'm not a kid." I thought, "I'm not having that. You can't talk to me like I'm front." And he went, "And by the way," just to make it worse, he went, "And by the way, if any of you pass the ball to his feet, I'll bring you straight off. He's hopeless. Do not pass the ball to his feet. Put it in front of him." So I've gone at that, I'm not like you would. "What you signed me for then?" "I signed you to run towards their goalkeeper, not our goalkeeper. Use your brain." He goes, "That's Jim. Get him out on the pitch." So we walk out. I'm nearly crying. I can't believe he's said that to me. I'm hopeless. To my teammates, don't pass to me. So I'm walking out the tunnel. Sean Teal and Paul McGrath, the 2 centre-backs. And I went to him, "Tealy, first time you get it, just hit a diagonal over the top for me. I'll step towards you and I'll spin. Just hit it over the top." So we kicked off and it went Staunton, McGrath, Teal. He never even looked. Just got it out of his feet. Diagonal. I went towards the ball, spun. Keeper come running off his line like an idiot. Lobbed him. I scored from the kick-off. And Ron Atkinson's on the pitch. Honest to God, I went like this. He's trying to claim the goal. But he was right, wasn't he? He was right. And he said, and afterwards, he's waiting for me. I'm walking down, as I'm getting near the tunnel, I can see him. I'm thinking, I'm not going to say anything to him, out of order. And we won. Out of order saying, he goes, and as I'm walking, he's going, "Dino, you never know, I'm your hero. You are my hero. You know I love you." He puts his arm around me. "You know I love you." Hey, it worked, didn't it? It worked. See? See, it worked. So we get in the dressing room and he goes, "Lads, he's going to win us the league. He's going to win us the league." And walks off. And that's...
Full 360.
I thought, I still liked him. After still, it was funny. You know what I mean? Like, it was like he's going to try and get around me and I'm not having it. It's like your mum and dad when they're trying to get around him. But he was right. And he said to me the next day, "Intelligent footballers avoid things they can't do." So I used to try and play. You used to listen to these managers, didn't you? I think it's 30% coaching as a manager, 70% man management, where things I say to you, like to convince you that what I'm saying is right and that you're a good player. I've got to make you think you're a good player. And if you go off track, if you start running in behind down the channels, John, off you come. What are you doing?
No worries, Gaffer.
What are you doing that for?
It's a bit ego then, though.
Idiot. I'd call you. What are you doing? If I wanted someone running down the channels, I'd put a whippet on. Ian Hume. Yeah. Or Ryan Giggs. Do what you're good at.
Yeah, I remember going back to when you were manager, we played Crewe in the Johnston's Paint.
Yeah.
I think I must have scored in the last minute to equalise, and he's gone over to the bench and went, "If we're not careful, we're going to end up winning this." We want to get knocked out.
Well, we were flying in League One, weren't we? We were flying, and I remember I said to what's her name, the kit woman? Oh, she's lovely. Tracy. So I said to Tracy, "Listen, I'm going to play 3 kids at Crewe." I said, "We get red cards. The most important thing is we get out of League One. We're flying. I don't want any red cards, injuries in this game. Johnson's Paint." I started thinking, do I actually want that on my CV? Johnson's paint winner. I know I shouldn't say that, but I was thinking, Johnson's paint, like I'm not going to keep my job because I won the Johnson's paint.
Yeah.
I'll keep my job if we win League One. So I said, get the 3 kids out the youth team. I'll play them 3. Anyway, when we got in the dressing room, number 40 odd, number 50 odd, number 60 odd, front 3. And at the time, you could have a bet. I'm not saying I had a bet, right? I would get this clear before I go into the story. The spread betting, you could buy the shirt numbers of the goal scorers. So you could buy, like spread betting is, they'll say, right, the goals tonight, Doncaster will win 3-0, and Chris Brown will score 2, and John Parkin will score the other one. Chris Brown's number 10, John Parkin's number 9, 29. That's the spread, 29. Right. You can go below it or above it. Now, I put a young youth team front 3 out, and I was thinking, the spread betting tonight, no one knows what the team is, only me. And Tracy, she's put the numbers on the shirt. So you can't tell anybody or anything. And I thought, if ever was a night where I never, ever done that, if ever was a night where you can have a bet on the spread betting and no one knows, it was that night. But it went to pens, didn't it? Mm-hmm. And we won on pens, didn't we?
I think we did.
Yeah. Or did we lose on pens? I can't remember.
But I remember it was Jordan Ball who we met at Mansfield. Yeah. I think we must have played Chesterfield in either the round before or the round after. Yeah. And Bally was on the bench. Never kicked a ball like in the first team, but Dino put him on the bench. And he must have come on after 70 minutes. We had a corner. He's come straight on. First touch, goal. He's like, best manager of all time.
Atkinson. What he did the wrong. And he were number 68. I was fucking quizzing.
And I mean this as well. Management is 65% luck. It is. Billy Sharp swivels on a volley in the last minute. Ball's bad cross behind him. And Billy Sharp goes, touch, move, volley. Bottom corner. Win 1-0. If he misses... so there's a bit of luck, like injuries to your key players. I think there's a lot of luck. Signed players, scored for everyone bar you. Something's gone wrong. Anyway, Jordan Ball's on the bench, and their goalkeeper was getting treatment. This is the true story. Their goalkeeper was getting treatment, and Brian Carey comes up to me. Was it Rochdale or Chesterfield?
It was Chesterfield.
Chesterfield at home, right? Worst game ever. Freezing cold, and it was 0-0. We didn't look like scoring. So Brian comes up to me. He goes, "What are you thinking?" I said, well, we've got to do something, haven't we? We're at home and we've got to try and, what can we do? He goes, well, we've got a striker on the bench. I said, who? He said, Jordan Ball. I said, which ones? I didn't even know. Right? He's out the youth team. He went, Jordan on the end there. And he's still getting treatment, the goalie. So I've gone, all right. I said, Jordan, come here. I said, you could be a hero here. I said, do you want a game? He went, yeah. I said, get your gear off then. Get your gear off. David Cottrell's bouncing the ball, going to take the corner, waiting for the keeper to get up. So I went, ref. Like you said, he runs on, doesn't break his stride, heads it in near post. He kept running in a straight line, heads it in. And the crowd was singing, there's only one Jordan Ball. I went like that.
What about me?
You get enough stick. I didn't know his name. Honestly. So you get a bit of luck like that. Yeah. And then I also, I don't know if I can say this. Yeah, I probably can. I was manager of Wrexham, right? We're flying. And I've got a player playing for me, left winger, who just dives non-stop. A couple of fans behind me going, Saunders, you need to get him off that out that Wrexham shirt. He's a disgrace. Keeps diving every week. You keep picking him. Come on, Saunders. Get him out there. So every day in training, I don't give any fouls for him. Get up, stop. Stay on your feet, man. Referees they're not gonna give you things on purpose. Anyway, Gateshead at home. I think it was Gateshead. I'll probably get that checked on me. I can't remember. It's about 30 years ago. Can't remember who it was. Trips him on the edge of the box and he dives. So I'm in the dugout here, and the goal, it's that goal to the left there. And there's about 100 Wrexham fans behind me. There's another dive, Saunders. Get him off the pitch. He is a disgrace. You're letting the club down, Saunders. You keep picking him. He is an embarrassment to this football club. And he bends it over the wall in the top corner. He took the free kick and bent it in the top corner. And he runs into the corner flag on his knees, slides. And all the players are sliding into the corner flag. And I've gone, I never, ever have a go at the crowd. Never bite. And everyone's like celebrating on there, all the fans are like that, jumping. Everyone's like that. And I look like that, and there's one bloke, like, he looks like Jockey Wilson. And I just, when you just look, and his head's boiling. And I thought, what's wrong with him? Like, he's like, we're winning. What have I done? Why is he so bitter and twisted, angry? So we won the game. I went in my office afterwards. I said to Brian, did you see that bloke in the crowd? He went, no. I said, honestly, absolute boiling head. I don't know what was wrong with him. He's going like that to me. With anger. Next
For the audio, that's fuck off. He's
You wanker.
Yeah.
The steward comes in my office. Dean, there's a bloke outside, wants to have a word with you. I went, does he look like Jockey Wilson? He went, yeah.
Boiling head.
Yeah, he does. He looks like Jockey Wilson. I went, right, I'm going to go out. I said, come with me, Bri. And I said to the steward, come with me. I thought this is going to be kick off here. So I walked outside and he stood there. And I went, what? He went, I'd just like to apologise for my behaviour. Really sorry, Dean. I said, what was all that about? He goes, it's a long story, but I got to the game early today and I seen you drive in with your wife in the car, and the jealousy just overcome me because I really fancy you. I went, imagine, I never expected it. I went, well, I'm not like that, mate. So I said, thanks for apologising anyway. I said, thanks very much. He goes, no, really sorry. He said, really sorry about that. I walked back in. I've never forgot it. Honestly. And every now and again, I think I never expected that coming. You don't do.
I really fancy you.
Football, innit?
I thought you were going to say I fancied your wife.
Yeah.
No, jealousy fancied me. Can understand why, can't you? No.
We've heard so many stories from the Doncaster days with the lads obviously sharing them. I mean, if we could just talk through some of the thoughts behind the prizes. What do we have? TVs?
Glassander Golf Club.
A
DVDs.
box of used electrical goods.
Yeah.
And the big one,
The racehorse.
the racehorse.
Right, when managing a football team, it's like any workplace. You've got to enjoy coming in. So I used to try and make it enjoyable for people to come in and look forward to training. And Friday morning was more important than Saturday. Because we used to have young v old, and I'd say, right, prize for the winner. You can only vote if you're in the winning team for man of the match. There's a prize for man of the match, 5 minutes each way. So there's always an argument between two players. How old are you? 27. Right, you're in that team. Oh, no, I'm not going in that team. So there's always a bit of banter beforehand.
You didn't
No,
want
you're
to be in
that
the
team.
old team.
I'm not
He'd
in this
always
team.
join in, by the way.
So I
He
would join
Bri.
in, and Brian Carey, my assistant, would join in. I thought, right, here we go. So I had a set of Sports Direct, Slazenger, rubbish, left-handed golf clubs. So I brought them in, and a plasma TV, didn't I? So I said, man of the match.
Where are you getting them from?
Plasma's a bit of a stretch.
Well, right, honest to God, right?
28-inch it were.
And I mean this. If you said to Jack Grealish, who's on 300 grand a week, reportedly, what do you want? Do you want 100 grand or do you want a 42-inch plasma or a set of Pro V golf balls? He'd go, I'll have the balls. Everyone likes a TV or balls, right? Everybody loves a TV, even though they're only 300 quid to buy, in Currys. So I would go, plasma TV, cost me 300 quid. So the golf clubs, he wins it, doesn't he? He's having his picture taken. It's a bit of banter. The lads are going, how have you won that? And he's good, he's trying to hit the club. He's having his photo taken. So we're having a laugh. And then I used to do, you probably remember when I used to go, match reporter in the Doncaster area. What was his name?
Steve Ossack.
Steve Ossack. This is not my words, lads. So I used to get a piece of paper like this. He's given a match report on your performances today. He was standing out there behind the goal. I don't know if you've seen him. But he's given some marks.
But he's the actual reporter, Steve.
Yeah, that's
the name.
I said, don't forget, it's not my words, it's Steve Ossack's. So let's go through the losing team today. Chris Brown, 3 out of 10. Immobile, probably got no chance of starting the game tomorrow. Not my words, Brownie. I guess because Steve Ossack wrote that out of order. How does he know what the team's going to be? David Sayers couldn't trap a bag of cement. So I used to go 2 out of 10. So I used to go through. And then when we got to my team, our team, I'd go Brian Carey, 8. Commanding performance, concedes an international, played for Man United. And then when they come to me, I used to go, Saunders. Now, bear in mind, it's not my words. This is Steve Ossack wrote this. Saunders showed his class for 5 minutes. Can't keep playing with these dummies. He needs to go to another team where there's a bit more class around him. 9 out of 10. Must be thinking about playing himself tomorrow. And the boys would have a laugh. But I used to put a hand grenade into a couple of players. Like during it, it all seems like fun, but there was thinking behind it. I used to say so I'd go John Parkin, even though I know I'm going to play him tomorrow. I know I'm picking him the next day. John Parkin, 4 out of 10. Try to get out the team tomorrow with that performance. He only had 5 minutes to survive. And that performance is going to probably get him out the team tomorrow. We'll just see how he reacts tonight. And we'll have a look at him in the morning and get him on the scales. And if everything's all right, he'll probably start tomorrow.
It was usually on a bus somewhere, so we're playing away, and we'd just be sat and you just hear the tap of the microphone. And we're like,
I know it's coming. We're looking forward to it coming.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
And then, because you've got to have a ruthless streak in you to be a manager. It's in there. So if we were in a bad run, my comments would get worse. You know what I mean? Like, and I'd start meaning a few of them, and I'd say something like, "Hey lads, Juve, 2 out of 10. If you don't want to be here, just go and play for someone else." I never wrote that. It was Steve Ossack who wrote that. Jufy, not me. But obviously looks that way to the crowd. So I'd use it as putting, I couldn't put the boot in, but I enjoyed it. We had they were good lads. Like the lads I inherited at Doncaster as well were good pros. And I had him, Billy Painter, Ian Hume. And they were just too good for the league. Basically, we'd be 0-0, and they would do something which no League One players could do. The three of them. Billy got, how many? You got a load of goals. Billy got 18, I think, and Humey got 15. David Cottrell, 27 assists, 17 goals.
And that were all just by luck.
You stumble upon it.
Yeah.
Like experience, and I know, like we started playing that way, and we played Walsall away. Don't know if you remember that game. Dean
First game
Smith.
of the season.
Yeah, and I had 2 weeks to put the back four together. The team, I didn't have a team. 2 weeks before the game, so I thought I can't get these on the training ground and get the back four going up and back and across. Rob, you just defend where you want to defend today. I've watched these play against Wolves pre-season, Walsall. They're playing like Real Madrid, Barcelona, total football, out from the back. Let them have the ball in their half, and we'll do them on the break. Let them cross it, force the ball wide, let them cross it. They had 68% possession. First game of the season, we beat them 3-0. Remember? You scored, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Cott scored from the halfway line.
Yeah, breakaway. Mm-hmm. And I stumbled upon that, only because I never had time to get the back four. And so
you stumbled on it with experience as well.
Yeah, the first game of the season was that. So I went, that seems to work. We just beat them 3-0. They had the ball all day. In League One, the strikers miss. That's why they're in League One. Because they miss. They're not as consistent as Premier League strikers. But the first game, I can't claim it. I was thinking, what am I going to do today? And we sat back, and then I realised we can hit Brownie diagonal. We can hit Cottrell and Bennett. We can pop it through midfield into Ian Hume, number 10. The two midfield players are good on the ball but can't run. Can you remember the game at Sheffield United where we couldn't get out? We couldn't get out of our half.
Yeah.
And I said to Brian Carey, I've never said this before. I said, Brian, I don't think we've got in their half for 45 minutes, but it suits us.
0-0, wasn't it?
We couldn't keep the ball, right? So if you can't keep the ball, your fullbacks don't run out of position, ever. If you keep the ball and move up the pitch, right back's overlapping, crossing it to the left back. They win the ball back off you, counter-attack, goal. So we just sat like that at Sheffield United for 90 minutes, and we nicked that game, I think.
No, I think it was 0-0, finished 0-0. But good result.
Yeah, they were top of the league and something like that. But yeah, I stumbled upon it, and you never stop learning in football. There's a group of players, try and get some results with that lot.
Get the best out of what you've got.
Talk about man management. You mentioned Dave Sayers then. You signed, was he from non-league? Was it Gisborough or Bradford Park Avenue?
Yeah.
But he made him feel like £100 million player. We used to take the piss saying, he fucking loves you. Like, he'd score on a Saturday and he'd go, there's only two people that can score that goal, Frank Lampard and David Sayers. Shit, and you could see, because Dave technically wasn't great, was he? He knew his strengths.
Eye for a goal.
Yeah.
He was the reason I signed him, I looked in his history and he scored 8 goals for Bradford City one season. And he got a few goals there for that club and a few goals for that club. Playing in midfield, he always nicked a goal. And I thought, we need someone who's going to run into the box and get... He had an eye for a goal and he was brave and he would work hard, wouldn't he? He would tackle and put his foot in, and they used to call him son of Dean.
When you nicked his trainers, tell that one from Oldham.
I can't remember that you tell it. I'm getting on my own nerves now talking.
You turned up and Dino had a new pair of like brown leather boots, and the pitch, it was between Christmas and New Year, so the pitch was horrific, chucking it down, and on the sidelines it was just puddles everywhere. So we've gone out to warm up, come back in, go out to start the game, and one of the lads went, have you seen the gaffer? He's put Dave Sayers' trainers on that he's reported for the game, but brand spanking white trainers stood in these puddles on the touchline because he didn't want to get his new boots wet.
He come in. He said, "Gaffer, you've ruined my trainers." I said, "I paid for them. I give you that contract."
They were just riddled.
Thing is, you can never get them right. You never get the lace as white as what the
bin.
No, but he was a good character, and he's only just finished playing, Dave.
Yeah,
he was playing non-league.
Farsley and that money.
Yeah, he was in Farsley and.
But your meetings, that would be good doing the team preparation, and this pool cue would come out of nowhere. Stop that! And then who's that? Pool cue off the wall, chalk everywhere. Who's that? Reese Wabara, gaffer. Write his name down. It was Adam on a laptop with the eggs on at the back. Right, have you done it? Right. Squiggle his name out. Put a line through his name. He will never play for this club. Make sure he never plays for this club.
Yeah. And that was planned. Southampton had Billy Sharp up front. They had Lallana, who's the lad, Cork, and Nigel Pearson was the manager. And they've done the 3 phases of play. But they were pop, 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 and Ricky Lambert on his chest. Wingers come in off the line. And they're just beating everyone up every week. Flying, top of the league. And then I was watching one of their games and Chris Marden never run back. And normally he's a worker, runs up and down the pitch, and he never run back. So I went, look at him. I'm sat there with Brian Kerry. I'm going, look at him, not running back there. He's let his man run. Goal. Let his man run. Can you believe that? I went, Chris Marsden, I actually like him. So I've done it to him as well. So I've gone, Brian, get that clip and put it on. Because I'm aiming it at David Cottrell. But I don't want to hammer him because he can't take it. He just needs pats on the back. David Cottrell, non-stop. Kyle Bennett, opposite. Are you sure? Like, if he pulled out a tackle or jump, give the ball away, off. Whereas Cottrell, he's like, great talent. His mind could go one way or the other. If you shout at him, he'd pack in, maybe. So I thought, he's done it a couple of times, Cottrell. He's done it a few times. I said, right, get that video on. So I pretended I didn't know it was coming on. Chris Marsden. I went, so look at this here. We're playing this. I said, who's that there? I got the pool cue. I said, who's that there? Top of the screen. He's gone, Brian's gone, it's Chris Marsden. I said, watch this. Watch. Still not running back. Let his man run. Don't care. Couldn't care what the score is. Not a winner. Loser. Adam, write that name down. Chris Marsden. And Adam, he's a university, right? He's not even getting paid. He's got the laptop and he goes, I went, put a line through his name. Put a line through. If I ever try and sign him, stop me. He's never going to play for this club ever again. That's how you get relegated. Players like that get you relegated. And David Cottrell sat there. And he knew. He knew I was. And a couple of days later, he goes, "A bit harsh on Chris Marsden, wasn't he, Gaffer?" I said, "Yeah, like I like him. It was aimed at you."
Also,
Yeah, I said it was aimed at you, you lazy. And he laughed. But he got the message.
Yeah.
Because some players you can't. Remember Pascal?
Mm-hmm.
Pascal Chimbonda. Oh. If he said to me, it's difficult to manage Pascal. He's training and you got like Stocky and Gilly, like proper trainers every day, all the same people. Put George Friend, putting their foot in, and Pascal's walking about. Like, what am I doing here? Playing for Doncaster, at Spurs. So we'd done a training session one day and he shouts something at someone and he gives the ball away. I went, "Pascal, that's your fault. Don't stop giving the ball away." And he went, something with F in it, under his breath. I'm sure it was F off. So I can't have it. So I went, "Stop the game. Stop the game." So I go walk over to him now, right? I go about 20 yards and I'm thinking to myself, I can make this worse or I have to stand my ground here because I'm the manager and you can't have people telling you to F off. So I walked up to him close and I went, "Pascal, don't ever tell me to F off on the training pitch ever again. I've got young players training here. If you do it, they'll do it." I said, "And by the way, on Saturdays, if I come in the dressing room and I have a go at you, don't answer me back. You can't win. I won't allow you to win the argument, even if you're right. Come and see me after training and I'll say, yeah, sorry, I was wrong. But not on the training ground, in front of everyone. Don't ever do that. And by the way, sometimes I might have a go at you, but I'm not really having a go at you. I'm having a go at David Cottrell, who sat next to you, who can't take criticism. But I know you can. So if I have a go at you half-time, Saturdays, or on training, I'm the manager. Just come and see me afterwards and say I was wrong. And I'll hold my hands up. Yeah, no problem, Gaffer. No problem." Played Ipswich away Saturday. He does Trent Alexander defending at the back post twice. Right, 2-0 down. I come in and I'm thinking to myself, he's trained like that all week. Do you know what? I knew that was coming. As I'm walking in, and I went, "Shut the door." I said, "Pascal, talk me through that 45 minutes you've just put in there." And he went, wink, in front, and he's like this. And I didn't know what to do. I had to go on to someone else because I couldn't say, "What are you winking at?" But all the lads are looking at him going, "What's he winking at?"
Did you sign Juve? Or was
Yeah.
he? Yeah. Did you know
Jufy.
what?
Yeah.
You're
Likeable
doing your
rogue.
homework.
He was likeable, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was like everyday funny, class player, like strong legs, roll the ball up the line to him. He played for Sam Allardyce, didn't he, at Bolton? And Hunt was playing right back. You should just roll the ball up the line to him. Pin the fullback, foul. Or he'd roll inside because he was so strong. Really talented, but obviously he's playing for Doncaster in League One and he's just left Leeds and he thinks he should be playing for Paris Saint-Germain. Players test you every day and they undermine you. Certain players undermine your authority. It's a test every day. If you lie to footballers, they'll cross the road to avoid you now, in the future. And that's what I always thought. If I see a player that I had playing for me, I'd like to think he doesn't cross the road to avoid me, because if he does, it's been his own fault because he's done something disgraceful at the club and I've stamped on him. But Jufy comes to me, likeable rogue. Gaffer, I've got to go back to Senegal. I went, it's Monday morning. I went, what do you mean? He goes, there's an election going on. The president of Senegal needs the Juf at the side of him.
The Juf.
I went, what? I said, what do you mean? He goes, he needs me. If I'm not sat next to him, he's going to lose the election and Senegal, I don't know what's going to happen to the country. If I don't go back to Senegal, Senegal will crumble. They need the Juf.
The Juf.
I was trying not to laugh, right? and I'm thinking, I know you're lying, but I tell you what then, we got a game Saturday, make sure you're back Thursday. Don't let me down. If you don't come back Thursday, don't come back at all. And don't tell anybody where you've gone. Don't tell anyone. So he's gone. I told Brian, I said, Brian, I've heard a classic. Brian's going, he never said that. I said, he did. And we're laughing our heads off. So we go in the canteen, Wednesday morning. Someone's got the remote control, flicking through the channels. Al Jazeera TV's on. There's Joofy with a white cape on, sat next to the president.
The Joof is endorsement.
The Joof was there. And I've gone, the lads are going, Gaffer, it's, that's, what, Joofy's on the telly there. Is this a replay? I went, yeah, and I got, give me the remote. I said, it's a replay. You should replay that. He's not there. That was like years ago. And the boys are going, hey, look, he's there. I told him not to tell anyone.
Some of the characters that came in. You remember Lamine Diatta?
Oh, yeah.
He must have been 52-year-old. We used to wind him up because when we said, what's going on there? Like his legs were blatantly gone.
Played for Real Madrid.
Good for Real Madrid tickets. He got him in the building.
He got me 2 tickets for my son.
He was never going to play.
I'm not going to start him, but he can get us tickets for Real Madrid. So coming in, Damien Placis, remember him?
Yeah.
He never got a game. Damien, he was like, football happens like that. We wanted the other striker at Olympiacos. We were going to get the Olympiacos' centre forward. I forget his name. If we got promoted up to the Championship, we could sign. We had first shout on him. If we signed Damien Placis, who's playing for Olympiacos, if you give him a chance. We've signed him. He's not done very well for us. So the owner of Olympiacos, or whoever it was, I can't remember, has gone, that's how sometimes football happens. Can you take him and then do us a favour, taking him, and we'll give you the one you want in the summer. And you do deals like that sometimes. Yeah. You don't, and bearing in mind, they can't be pathetic, like the kit man, signing a kit man. Like they've got, like Damien Placis played for Liverpool. Yeah. He played for Liverpool, but he weren't fit. And
there's little advantages elsewhere.
Yeah, and you do, things are going on. I watch deals going through now. Like you go, Anthony, how many million? 85 million for Anthony. I'm going, that can't be right.
Gentlemen, what a time to announce our partnership with Betano.
Front of shirt sponsors of Aston Villa Football Club.
They are.
By the way, they're all over the gaff.
Have you seen the orange?
Around the pictures?
Yeah. I mean, you might think it's an energy drink.
No.
But it's not, John.
No.
You'll have seen them because you like them European nights, because I think they sponsor the Europa Conference League and the Europa League.
I certainly do.
So that's where you've seen it.
Just a quick one for me, Chris. Do we have an offer?
Of course we have an offer. Exclusive to Under The Cosh listeners. All you've got to do, follow the link in the description. Get this. Bet £10, get £40 in free bets.
Say that again.
Bet £10, get £40 in free bets.
Don't get much better than that.
Brilliant.
That's not the only treat either from Betano, because we are going to the African Cup of Nations, gentlemen.
Yes, we are. I'll bring the sun cream. I'll bring the Speedos.
We're going to final.
We're going to the final.
Courtesy of Betano. So we'll have a video out next week.
The link is in the description. Terms and conditions apply. Please gamble responsibly.
Gambleaware.org.
18 plus as well, don't forget that.
So you mentioned Harps. Can you remember when, I don't know if you sent him in or you stopped the session because he Dino'd you off? Remember? We was like that, wasn't he?
Did he? There's loads of things. If I sat here all night and we had a beer, you'd bring things up and I go, I forgot about that. I forgot about that as well. I used to one of the funny ones, I seen Andy Townsend and he said, remember Ron Atkinson when we at Villa with Brian Small, left back? I've gone, yeah. He goes, remember how funny was that? I went, yeah. So what happened? If there was 3-goal gap in the 8v8, because we had an 8v8 every day, up to the bank and back, the losing team, as the game's going on. So what you didn't realise is the team that was winning 3-0, they're suffering, standing there, waiting for and they're going like, you're spoiling training, gaffer. Like, they're not saying it out loud. So Kevin Richardson's gone, Jim, can we have a meeting with the gaffer? Me, Andy Townsend, and Dean. So we go in the gym, and Jim comes in. He's coming in now. So Ron walks in, and like you never get the last word in with him. He's hilarious, right? Like he's like 28 stone, plays right wing every day. His head's like a beetroot, and like he's got one trick, a step over, and it never works. And everybody tries not to pass to him because he kills it, but he thinks he's brilliant, right? So gaffer, a couple of things, just to improve training. 3 goals and back is like spoiling training a bit. He goes, well, if you don't want to run out there in the game, we can run a different way. It's up to you. He goes, yeah, but gaffer, the team who's winning, they're suffering because they start. He goes, I've got a good idea. Why don't you play and I'll manage? How about that for an idea? That's a good idea. Is that it? Is that it? And Andy Townsend went, one more thing, gaffer. Brian Small. Now, Smalley only played left back against Man United. He didn't play. He only played against Man United because Kanchelskis was that quick. Steve Staunton didn't have the pace to cope with him. So he'd moved Steve Staunton up one to left wing, and Smalley used to play. No matter how he played, he left him out. The next game, he only played against Kanchelskis. And Ron, he's only 19, and he's in the first team dressing room. He's a nervous wreck. Lovely lad. Quick as lightning, but not Ron's like making him a nervous wreck. So Andy says, one more thing, gaffer, Brian Smalley, could you try giving him a pat on the back because you're hammering him every day and we've got to train with him and like he's a nervous wreck. He went, hang on a minute, what do you want me to do? He keeps giving the ball away. Well, yeah, just give him a pat on the back, like say well done. Like now and again. Right, I've got a good idea again. You play, I'll manage. I've heard it all now. And he walks out, right, sums off. And we have a game, we start the game off and he's warming up, running, no flicking his heels up like he's running. He's getting himself, he goes, right, are we ready? Are we ready, Jim? All right, let's get the game going. So we kick off and Smalley gets the ball and runs out wide on his own. And Smalley side foots it out of play. All he's got to do is put it in front of Ron and he shanks it out of play. Ron's gone like this. Smalley. Unlucky, Brian. Unlucky, Brian. Keep your chin up, pal. Things will get better. Unlucky, pal. It was my fault. I ran the wrong way. Keep your chin up, son. And as he walked off, he went, that's going to do him a lot of good, isn't it? Brilliant. I forgot about it. Smalley'd laugh his head off. But
while we're on Ron, did he have a sunbed in his office?
Yeah, it was Ron. If you want to know what shade he was, Dorito. You know a packet of Doritos, gingery brown, like tan. Same sunbed. His wife Maggie was on the same sunbed. He had a sunbed in his office with the goggles. I walked in his office once. He brought me off at Goodison. I'm going to see him Monday morning. I knocked the door. He's laying on the sunbed when I walked in. Come in. And he's on the sunbed, right, with the goggles on. And I'm like, can I have a word? He goes, yeah, go on. I went, well, get off sunbed then. He goes, hang on a minute. 10 minutes a day, son. You're going to have to wait. So I went, well, he goes, come on, what do you want? I went, so he's laying on the sunbed. I went, why'd you take me off at Goodison? We were 1-0 up. Right? And Jim Barron had told me, keep running. Kevin Ratcliffe and Derek Mountfield legs have gone. You'll score a couple of goals later on in the game. Just keep running them. So I've hit the post, brought me off, 1-0. And I was like a petulant striker coming off. Like Cole Palmer when he walked off the other day. So I'm coming off. Even though we're 1-0 up and it's for the team, as I walk past him, he's like this in the technical area. Didn't even look at me. So I breezed past him and as I got level with him, I went, that's a joke. Like you do. So Jim Barron chucks me a tracksuit and I carry it to the dugout and I'm sat now in the front row at Goodison. And I'm gone, fuck. It's unbelievable. I said, can't believe that. Guy Whittingham's coming on. And I was thinking to myself, he's going to nick my goals. That's how selfish I was thinking. I bet, like, I've just run him ragged and Guy's going to come on and nick a couple of goals and I've just run them ragged for 90 minutes. And the whistle went. But as the whistle was about to go, Ron could hear me telling Jim, you told me. He turns around, he walks around, he went, do you want to know why I took you off? Come down to the training ground tomorrow morning, walk through the main doors, turn right. At the end of the corridor, turn left. And at the end of that corridor, there's a door. And above the door, there's a plaque. It says manager. That's me. That's why I took you off, because I'm allowed to, you petulant little prick. He said to me. And then, so I went to see him on the Monday. I went, why'd you take me off? He won't get off a sunbed. I went, he goes, hey, pal, let's be honest. You weren't having the best of games, were you? I went, why are you saying that? I thought I'd done all right. And he's laughing. So imagine now, he's laughing. He goes, hey, how many shots did you have? I went, 2. How many crosses did you put in? 2. Did you get hold of it most of the time? I went, 50-50. Well, you've not done your job then, have you? It's quite straightforward, son. It's quite straightforward. That's your job. I will never take you off if you do your job. Out you go. I walked out.
But simple again.
Yeah.
Who's your favourite ever strike partner?
Well, Mark Hughes, if you wanted to. So if you asked me to pick a team who I played with, my first name on the sheet would be Ian Rush, because you're only as good as your strikers, no matter what level of football you play at. Mark Hughes, I would play alongside him. Away from home, I remember we played Italy away. Ian Rush was playing for Juventus. And Donadoni played. Remember Donadoni, Vialli. At the back, they had Baresi, Ancelotti, and Ferri. The Maldini. You know, there was like, what's his name? Mancini was playing. They had a ridiculous team. They were going to the World Cup, and it was a friendly for us. And Ferri went right through the back of Mark Hughes' legs in the first 5 minutes, ripped both his socks open. Mark Hughes' calves were like a sheep, weren't they each? He had like 2 sheeps on the back of his legs. And honestly.
I don't know if I'd have described him as sheep.
And he's gone through him. And he had stud marks, perfect stud marks at both calves, up into the back of his knee. And he got up off the floor and he went, is that all he got? Is it? Is that all he got? He's going. And they were like spitting at us. And like Rushy scored the winner. We won 1-0. And I thought, away from home, dodgy, like Turkey away, anywhere where it's like a tough game, you want to play with Mark Hughes. Takes all the blows, like a warrior. Then I played with Ryan Giggs, who's like will-o'-the-wisp, quicker with the ball than without it, just freak of nature. I play him on the right. I play John Barnes on the left, who's the best player I've ever played with. It's like, you've played with players in your career and you go, he's on a different level.
Well, I don't know if
Can't get the ball off
I don't know if I play with many.
You must have. You must have played with a player and thought, he's just ridiculous on the ball. You can't get the ball off him. John Barnes, no matter how many men were around him, he'd come out with the ball. You wouldn't have to say, keep the ball, John. Like, keep it, turn out. You wouldn't have to shout, turn out. He knew whether to beat you and the more players around him, he just like natural, brilliant. And then I'd play midfield. I'd have 2 guy who I played with at Blackburn, who's like that, a genius 2 guy, great player. I think Mark Hughes put him in his team. Imagine, he played with Keane, Ince, Scholes, and he put 2 guy in his team.
Loved a fag.
Yeah, loved a fag at half time. Great.
I'll have a VAT here because I don't think you played for Blackburn.
Who, 2 guy you did?
Well, I thought you said you played with him at Blackburn.
No,
was
I
assistant,
played with him at
he was assistant.
Galatasaray. I was his coach at Blackburn. But when I played with him at Galatasaray, he had broken English, right? And they played like a back. They played like Amarin. But the fullbacks would never hit a ball down the channel. 3 months. I'm playing up front with Hakan Suka, another great player. I couldn't get a kick. Hakan, who's now the manager of Galatasaray, played right back. Good on the ball. Dribble inside. Back outside. Give it to 2 guy. 2 guy said to me, wherever I am on the pitch, I've seen you. Don't think I haven't seen you. Just run and I'll get the ball to you. And I used to just, as the ball was on its way to him, I'd run. Ball would come over my shoulder. Jan Molby, the same. I'd have Steve Nicol right back. Can play anywhere. Just a brilliant footballer. Played centre forward, right wing, right back, centre half. Paul McGrath. Mark Wright. Left back, I'd have Steve Staunton, who's got every club in his bag. You know that left-handed set of Slashingers I give you? He's got every club. Like, he'd just wait a pass and he'd find you 50 yards away, or he'd float one down the channel with the right weight on it. He wouldn't smash it into your feet. You know, when you're coming off the centre half and it bounces off you and the manager goes, get hold of it. He knew, like, he'd pass it the right side of you, just things that you can't teach. And I'd have Neville Southall in goals. And I played with Grobler, Peter Shilton, Mark Bosnich, Michel Prudhomme, Brad Friedel. I was lucky. I played with some great keepers. But Neville Southall Neville would, like, for a period of about 5 years, couldn't score past him in training.
It's amazing how,
yeah,
in high regard, he's thought of himself. Because, like, I were only young when, but he always looks heavy, didn't he?
To be fair, I don't think fucking you could score past him now, by the way. You've only got that far between each post, haven't you?
Do you know when you learn as you go along? We played in Nuremberg, West Germany against Wales. Ryan Giggs is sub. He's 17. And we've got to win the game to qualify. So Mark Hughes played behind me and Ian Rush in that, like, the number 10 position. So the tactics were Terry Orth. Right, Dean, you and Rushy stop the back five coming out. Stop the back five. He goes, yeah, cut the wing backs off when we lose the ball. You two cut the wing backs off and let the three centre halves have it. Let them pass the ball into midfield and Sparky get in your starting blocks. Just take it in turns who you're going to snap. So we kicked off. Stefan Reuter turns inside, rolls it into, just about to roll it into Mateus, who shows for it. And last second, he just runs up the right channel. And Sama comes from the centre forward position into Mateus' spot and gets the ball. No one near him. So Marky was just going, like, I can't. So he goes, right, whoever comes deep now, Essen Tyler's doing it. So what they were rotating in midfield. It's the first time I've ever seen it and learnt it. I remember thinking, I can see what they're doing. They just show for the ball, run into the back four. Somebody comes out the back four into the hole they just come out of, and you're all half and half. Everybody's in a position where you can't lay a glove, and they're all technically brilliant. And the wing backs are like lightning, and then you've got them two up front, Klinsmann and Vuller. Yeah, I got sent off in that game. Yeah, I did. I kicked Thomas Striker. Can't remember. I just kicked out. We lost 3-0. We were losing and we were out. And I had gone. And Giggsy come on. That was his first cap. Giggsy come on as sub. So I let the team down there.
Do you know, back then, we've had people on who's played for international teams, and I mean this respectfully, like the lower, and were it a bit of a holiday camp for you, or the away trips?
Yeah, it was like, we're all Welsh, and we used to drive like that, Saturday night after the game, Premier League game, drive to Newport just to get there. We were that excited to see each other. We were like the pub team who could beat anyone. We used to believe we could beat anyone with our fans, Welsh fans, 70,000 in Cardiff, on the bus, Tom Jones songs all the way to the ground. Good to touch the green, green grass of home. We're all in the back going, come on. Yeah, we get there. And we played Germany in Cardiff, and Rushy scored again. We won 1-0. And the tactics for the game, hilarious. Terry Orris, the manager, and we're in the dressing room. It's full, 77,000. And he goes, lads, before you go out on the pitch, hands up who's on a yellow card. Kevin Ratcliffe, like, they're all putting their hands up. Barry Owens gone, I haven't got one. He goes, are you sure? He goes, you haven't got a yellow? He goes, no. He goes, right, Barry, first chance you get, put one of their players in the crowd and let's get the crowd on our side. Come on, get out there. That was the tactics. And he's gone right through. Worst tackle ever. Watch it tonight. He played for Middlesbrough. Looks like Havertz. Played for Middlesbrough for a few years. Yeah. Ziege.
Christian Ziege?
Christian Ziege. Barry Owen.
I don't know where.
Someone's rolled him a hospital ball into midfield, and Barry Owen's just, it's the worst tackle ever. And Barry, like, but...
Yellow.
Yeah, my son said to me, guess what? I just watched the Wales-Brazil game in Cardiff. Hilarious. I went, why? He goes, you and Mark Hughes, closing their back four down, both of you should have been sent off 7 times. I went, why? He goes, just leaving your foot in non-stop. I said, were we? He goes, yeah, Mark Hughes, leaving his foot in and then stamping on you as he's getting up off the floor. That's different rules now, isn't there?
Is there any truth that your wife thought you were going to Turkey on holiday?
What happened? Graham signed me 5 times, but he sold me to Aston Villa, and I had a clause put in my contract that if a foreign club, because I thought I would love to have a go playing abroad at some point, if they come in, put a clause in, a buyout. So Ron gave me another contract when I got to the end of that one, and the prices on the buyouts got lower. They made a bit of a mistake, and I didn't even know what the prices were. My agent knew. And he told Graham Souness, who's at Galatasaray now, and he said, if you put a bid in for Dean, 2.5 million, you can get him for 2.5 million. 2 million it might have been. So Graham rings me and I went, Galatasaray, he goes, do me a favour, just come. And out of respect for him, he goes, just come and have a look round. Don't sign, just have a look round. It's unbelievable. So I went. My wife was 7 months pregnant. And she had to go. He goes, make sure you bring her because she's got to see where she's going to live. So we get off the plane. Like some fans picked me up, carried me across the tarmac. You know the belts where you get your suitcases? 10,000 Galatasaray fans, yellow smoke, red smoke, carry me through the airport, put me in a Mercedes. About 40 of them picked the Mercedes up and started I'm sat in the Mercedes, took me to the Polat Renaissance Hotel.
Didn't carry it all the way there.
No. So I can't, somebody will pull me up on that. Took me to the hotel, and then he said, right, what we're going to do tonight, we've got a training session at the ground. Why don't you come and watch? See what the standard's like. So I go in the car, and he goes, hey, Phil Borsma, who's Graham's assistant, went, why don't you have a jog? Just have a loosener.
Are you thinking about it at this stage?
I went, what, he goes, yeah. He said, can I have a jog, just have a jog around the pitch with me. He said, get your legs if you want. You can watch while we're jogging round. Underground, innit? Ali Sami Yen Stadium. So you go underground. There's no traffic or nothing. So underground, and then you walk down a tunnel, up the steps onto the pitch. And as I'm walking up the steps, I'm thinking, sounds like there's a game on there. I could hear the crowd. I walked up, 43,000 people in the ground to see me sign. Honestly, they come to see me sign. They've told them all I'm going to sign. So Andan Polat gives me a Galatasaray fag, and he goes, just run round Stadium, Dean. I said, I haven't even signed yet. He goes, no, just say it like as if you're saying hello. So I run round, and as I'm running round, I'm thinking, and they're going, behind the goal, they're going, Saunders, do. Saunders, do. And they got to run over and go 3 punches, wait. And they all go, wait. Then I had to run to that side. They start singing, Saunders, do. And I had to come back. And when I come back, he's got Adnan Polat, look like Imran Khan. Big. He's got a long cashmere brown coat on. Big cigar. Over his shoulders.
Is this the owner?
The owner of he's the president of Galatasaray and he owns the hotel. Nice bloke. And he's got a cigar about that big. And I'm looking at him thinking, I was thinking to myself, what have you done to me? Yeah.
Only go for a city break.
And as I got back to him, he went, Dean, well done. If you don't sign, there could be a problem. I went, Graham's gone laughing his head off. Graham laughing his head off. Phil Borsma laughing their heads off. I've gone, oh my God. They've announced I'm signed. I haven't. So then I thought I can get out of it by saying, what type of houses have you got? So they showed us a house on the Bosphorus. Yeah, gated community, 4-bedroom detached house on the Bosphorus, lovely. It's like Switzerland, looking over. Lovely. my wife went home then, and she said, "Yeah, that's all right." And I said, "I'm not signing. Like, I've got to negotiate my contract first." And then Graham says to me, "Right, yeah, this is the deal. This is the deal, right?" He said, "Sign that, sign that, sign that, sign that. Yeah, get that. Yeah, right. Just sign there then." And I went, and I signed it, and I enjoyed it. To be honest, I got 23 goals in 32 games. We won the cup, the famous game, playing in a different country. Brilliant people, lovely. Everyone was nice to me. And my son Callum, he was born in Istanbul, in the international hospital.
Oh, really?
So they liked me more because I allowed my son to be born on their land. They couldn't believe I'd let my son be born in Turkey in their land.
Yeah.
They saw themselves as like, not as, the football's not as good, the country's not as good, but they saw themselves as a bit of like an underdogs.
Have they ever been to Wales?
Yeah, they've not been to Merthyr.
Fucking bleak up there, by the
Nothing wrong
way.
with Merthyr before someone jumps on me.
And was the contract as good as the one that you were leaving, or?
Well, it was obviously, it was like ridiculous money
Yeah.
for what we were earning.
Unbelievable.
And at the time, it was
experience.
tax-free out there. Funny, you remember Hakan Unsal, played for Blackburn, left back, played for Galatasaray and Turkey, got 60-odd caps, I think, something like that. He's playing for Galatasaray when he's 18. And the ball boy pulled the ball out of his hands, right? So the president come in afterwards, book Jezza, big fine, book Jezza to Hakan. Starts crying. I said, "What are you crying for?" He goes, "He's fined me $300. I'm only earning $150. And he's just fined me $300. He said, "I got no food, got no money, nothing." He was on $150, something like that. So when you're young, they're just happy to be at Galatasaray. It's a chance to get out of where they are. And then once you produce, they give you money.
That is iconic, the one at the stick of the flag
Graham,
in.
yeah. He ran
tell
past
it-
me, Graham. Oh. Well, I scored in the 118th minute, something like that. We beat them 1-0 at our stadium. Then we went there and lost 1-0, extra time. And I scored in the 118th minute, and we hardly had time to kick off. And then I just happened to be by the Galatasaray fans. There weren't many. 62,000, they're about 500. Not many because it's dangerous. And someone threw a flag over. And Graham picked it up. So we run round, and then next thing I know, just celebrating with all the lads, and I'm celebrating, and I start I'm by the tunnel, not far, halfway to the tunnel. Graham's in the centre circle trying to stick it in the ground. I'm thinking it's going to be a riot. Not only have we just beat him, and then he runs past me on the way off. I said, "All the best." Run. Yeah, and this fella jumped over the tunnel to get to Graham, and he's gone. Knocked him out, Sparko, broke his wrist, Graham. So we go in the dressing room after the game. The lads are all opening champagne, spraying it around the dressing room, spraying it on Adnan Polat's cashmere coat. Funny when you're a player, isn't it? Spraying it over his cigar and everything. And I look across, Graham's got his hand in the ice bucket. He's got his hand in the ice bucket. Funny thing about that, I was in there, I looked to my right. My mum and dad were in there, in the dressing room. My dad can get in anyway. But I thought, this is a new level. He's got in the dressing room, right? And I went, "What are you doing in here?" And they went, "Oh, kicked off outside." Because they went to the director's box thinking there's Galatasaray directors in, all the families are all in there. So they go, the only safe place was the dressing room. So they had security guards everywhere outside, but they put all the families, brought them in down to the dressing room. The only place in the Fenerbahce stadium where you're safe. But Graham, he still can't go back there. No, Graham.
What, to Fenerbahce?
It's a risk going to Turkey. Yeah.
But to Galatasaray,
I
love him.
imagine he's a god.
Yeah. You know
Galatasaray.
when they pull that big sheet across the back of the goal on European
The
nights?
T4.
It's yellow and red with a silhouette of Graham Souness. The full width of the goal. They still pull it across now and again. Yeah.
And did it ever get too much over there, with the fans and stuff?
Well, yeah, obviously, like we played away games and they would know what route you go home and smash all the windows of the bus. So on the way out of the ground, we'd put a head on the floor, bag above your head. You know,
Protect you from the glass.
don't get up until someone shouts from the front, we're on the motorway. But they would know the route to the motorway, building bricks through the windows. Yeah, and everything's in the newspaper. My first game, played Vanspor away, 100 degrees. We won 1-0, 2 guys scored. Got up in the morning, having breakfast. Someone handed me the newspaper. Saunders. So I went, what's that say? Big headlines. Saunders didn't sleep very well last night. It was hot.
Was it?
I went, that's the headline. Yeah. So imagine what it was like after that. Someone's told him. I said, who told him that? It's got out. It's got out. Yeah, but I can't complain, John. Do you know what? If you try your best, whatever you do, football, I tried my best. I had faults in my game. But if you try your best, nobody can say anything, can they? You know, you look in the mirror when you finish playing and you think, I couldn't have done much better than that. I started at Swansea, got released twice, free transfer, done my ACL in my left knee, and I ended up playing for Liverpool and playing for Wales 75 times. But it wasn't talent, it was drive. And then managing, people say to me, do you not get frustrated when players can't do what you do? That's the favourite question they ask me. I went, no, I don't expect players at Wrexham in the National League to be able to bury every chance they get. But what I do expect is that they want to win as much as me. That's the bit I couldn't get my head round. And then as you get older, you think, well, they've lost their ambition to play at the top. They're earning a living, the lads. So they're now earning a living. They're not trying to get into the Premier League. They're 28, playing in the National League, and don't expect them to be striving to. They just need to pay their mortgage, and they got a job, and they're doing the best they can. But at the time, like, drives you mad. You come in at like half time. Do you not care what the score is? Do you not care what the score is?
We're having a break to talk about our very, very good friends at NordVPN.
Apparently, sign-ups are going through the roof, by the way.
Are they?
You know, with this new legislation.
To Norway.
Haaland, he's on now. He's
Oh,
there
is
that
he?
often. He were in a pair of clogs when I picked him up yesterday.
Got a couple of tulips in my ears.
But if you don't know what NordVPN is, well, you can bounce your location to anywhere in the world, which is handy now. You know, if you want to watch sports, mainly, you know, maybe it's on in other countries, or there's a series you want to watch, not available in this country, or you're abroad and you want to catch up on
See,
Coronation Street. Emma, they had a joke.
Yeah,
double
that was
bill.
about to say, our lass's mum and dad, they're in Benidorm at minute. And you know what they watched? Corriedale Monday night.
Corriedale. When two giants come together.
What do you mean? At the same time?
Yeah, they interacted on an episode. Obviously, they didn't got it in the Spanish hotel. NordVPN, they both hustled round the phone. 10 o'clock Sunday night in Benidorm, 'cause it's an hour in from.
And
Game's
while they were
gone.
watching it, didn't have to worry about anybody tapping into the bank details or the passwords or anything, because with NordVPN, you've got that extra security as well. Stops anybody getting in, nicking out.
Have you got an offer, Chris?
Of course, we've got an offer. We've always got an offer. All you've got to do is follow the link in the description, nordvpn.com/cosh, and you get a heavy discount. Super heavy discount. Plus a 30-day money back, no risk guarantee. But I can't imagine anybody using NordVPN for a few days and going, it's not for me, this. Obviously, I had a great relationship with Graham Souness. Obviously, signed you again. Worked with him at Newcastle, signed Patrick Kluivert. But when you left Liverpool, was it frosty when you left, or did
When I left Liverpool?
Yeah.
Frosty.
Just go. I mean,
Do
you
you
were
know
top
what?
goal scorer that season, and then he obviously sold you to Villa.
This is a
Did you want to
lesson
go?
for everybody in life. And I can say it. Somebody from the Sun rung me. I'm not going to mention his name. And he said, if I give you £10,000 would you hammer Graham Souness in the Sun next week? He sold you. Would you hammer him? And I said, no. I said, I don't want to do that. Oh, it's 10 grand's a lot of money then. I went, no. I said, I'm not doing that. No. He put the phone down to me and he rang Graham Souness, who's his mate, and said, I've just asked Dean Saunders to hammer you. And he said, no. Right? Graham told his wife, Karen, guess what happened? They've offered him 10 grand to hammer me. He said, no. We're in Galatasaray, sitting in a wine bar one night, having some food. And Karen, Graham's wife, said to me, do you know why Graham trusts you and keeps signing you? You had a chance to put the boot in on him, and you never. And he knows you never. He never mentioned it to me. But his wife had a few drinks, and she said, that's his mate who worked for the Sun. What goes round comes round, doesn't it? You know, so, mind you, shouldn't have said that.
But personally at the time, were you hurt when you left Liverpool?
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking like, it was pride, innit?
Yeah.
I'd scored 23 goals. I broke Roger Hunt's goal scoring record in Europe. I got 9 in the campaign. And we won the FA Cup. And I got an FA Cup winners medal. I thought I'd done all right. But Rushy was 30 and I was 27. And I suppose he needed Graham needed a centre-half and he could sell me. And he decided, do you know what? He's managers. It's easy after the event, isn't it? Mm. We'd all pick a different team. If I said to us, the 4 of you now, pick Man United's team for the next game, we'd all pick a different team. We would. We get like most of it right, but we'd all pick a different team. Mm. And there's one singer, one song. It's me. I'm the manager. There's an orchestra. You're on the violins, the drums, the trumpets. All of you would play. If I said to you, just play this song, you'd all play in the key that you want to play it in. So I'm in charge. We're all going to play in C. You're all brilliant, but you need to listen to me. And we all need to get on the same page, and then we got a proper team. But if you all start doing your own thing, shit song. It's the same in management, isn't it? You know?
I don't think you can play a triangle on a C, can you? Ding.
2.3 million to Villa.
Yeah.
Record signing.
Yeah.
37 million today.
Is that right?
About 37 million. Might be more than that, actually. I think we did that a couple of years ago.
Well, you can work it out easy. I went to Liverpool for 2.9 million, British record. Yeah. Between 2 British clubs. It was 2.9 million then. So the British record now is Isaac. 125 million. And before him, it was Rice. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they'll be earning the most money. And I was. I knew I was. Because if you go for the British record, you've got a few clubs chasing you. They go, like, when my agent was going, I'll get the, don't worry.
We'll sort
fill your boots.
Goal scorers, innit?
I remember you used to get onto us when your manager saying, you need to be selfish, lads, about resting before a game. And you told us what you used to do on a Friday afternoon.
What?
You go to bed, watching telly or whatever, and you only, back then you must have only had one remote. So you used to get out of a driver golf club and just bang it on the floor. And that meant your missus had to change the channel on the telly because you were resting.
It's worse than that. I had a portable TV in my room, in my bedroom, a little portable TV like that, tiny, no remote. So you had to click BBC One, click BBC Two. And then can you remember Eurosport come out and Screen Sport? Was it something Eurosport and Screen Sport?
Setanta?
No, before that. That was on the Skybox in the living room. So I couldn't turn it over if I was in bed. So right, I used to have the driver. 1 bang was Eurosport. 2 bangs was Screen Sport. And I went, I'm not getting out of bed. I am not going out of bed. If you want, I'll get out of bed. If you want to go to Butlins on holidays or Barbados. Which one do you want? I can get out now, come down the stairs, take all the strength out my legs, and go back up. And then I don't score tomorrow, and we're going to Butlins. Yeah.
This is a random one, but I was never a natural goal scorer. I mean, used to were. Yeah. How did you used to, when you went on the pitch? I used to get this when you joined in training. What did you think in the game? What was your thoughts on how you can get that goal or that chance, whatever, in general?
Well, I'm glad I'm talking to two strikers here because really, the rest of them, rubbish, aren't they?
They're just odd carriers, aren't they?
Hey, can you imagine playing at the back, following people about, tackling and heading it? That's why they play at the back, because they're not very good, aren't they? We're like artists, good players in midfield, decent players at the back. The lad with no coordination, stick him in goals. Same at school. Anyway, we all started off as strikers, didn't we? No one went to school when they were 6 going, I'm going to be a right back. Didn't they? We all like, the best part is putting the ball in the net. So I developed into, right, I'm a striker, I'm a goal scorer. So I said to my son, I knew I was going to get 18 goals before the season kicked off. He goes, go on then. I said, right, in training, every day, I used to follow in shots off the keeper. And when I was at Derby, Arthur Cox wouldn't let me shoot. I used to stand on the penalty spot and all I had to do was get the rebound. He wouldn't let me shoot. So the lads were shooting and I would walk in, towards the keeper, and if he spilled it, tap in. And I worked it out. It takes about 30 shots for one to come back to you. Or you might get 2 straight away, but it's normally averaging 30. So I thought, some mornings I didn't feel like doing it. And I thought, am I prepared to follow in 30 times for 2 goals? And if you add that up over your career, 300 games, say, you add it up, at the end of your career, instead of having 280, you got 350 with no effort involved, just following in. So I got really good at working out Peter Shilton, and he was the keeper, right? So in his post, saved everything. To his right, it stuck everything. Crosses stuck. He's right-handed. So his elbow there, when the ball went close to him, he'd sometimes spill it. And I used to wait. And I used to think, this is the one. This is the one. And I got really good at it. So in games, I used to follow in everybody's shot. No matter where anybody was shooting from, I would expect the unexpected. It's going to hit the post. He's going to parry it over here. And I would follow in. So I'd get 6 goals a season doing that. Then goal kicks, if I was playing with you two, I used to get level with you. And I used to gamble on every goal kick, flick-ons. And I'd run in behind. Sometimes you'd hit the centre half. You both miss it. Sometimes you'd flick it on. Sometimes they'd flick it on. But I gambled on every one. I'm now on 12. Corners for, I used to stand on the keeper. So Arthur Cox was my manager again. He owes a lot of credit to what I achieved in football because his man management of me, things he said to me, I still remember now. Who's the nearest man to the ball when the ball goes in the net? I went, is it a trick question? He went, no. Who's the nearest man to the ball when it goes in? I went, goalkeeper. He goes, yeah, stand next to him and the ball will come to you. Stand next to him. They normally get their angles right. He said, so if you stand in front of the keeper, someone heads it, you'll get... So I stood. As soon as the corner was given, I used to stand on the keeper or I used to hold onto the post, hope nobody seen me, and I used to sneak, and eventually I'd end up in front of the keeper. Somebody'd head it from the penalty spot, and I'm in front of the keeper going, chest, 6 a season, without fail. I'm now on 18. I haven't had a shot yet. Seriously, it's easy, isn't it? I used to get brought down for 6 penalties a season. I knew that because Arthur went, you've stopped running to the nearest post with the ball when you get through. When you get through, no one's going to catch you. Run to the nearest goal post as fast as you can. And I'd run and I kick it too far. Defenders would come desperate, scythe me down, penalty. Score 4, miss 2. I'm now on 22. That was it. So my currency every year. So when I went into training every day, that's all I thought about. But I go, how can I get more then? What if I'm a bit fitter? So I can get loads in the 90th minute. So I'm fitter than the centre-backs. So I'm not blowing. I can still run over the top. I've still got the strength in my legs to finish the chance because I'm fitter than you. There's another one. So what if I got stronger? So I can hold people off when I'm through. So I can just get my shot off. Instead of being like 10 stone weak as piss. So I got on the weights. And my legs, and my whole life was, how many goals am I going to score tomorrow? And who's going to stop me? No, you're not. I knew every keeper, whether he was left-handed, right-handed, left-footed. I looked at all the goals they conceded.
I was going to say, did you have
which side? Yeah, and because of Peter
you
Shilton.
knew you had the blueprint for Peter Shilton.
Yeah.
Did you look at other keepers?
Steve Ogrozovic, for example. Right, Steve Ogrozovic, don't try and go around him. Too big. His wingspan, if you pushed it round him, he could reach with his arm. But he's that big, his legs are open. So slot it down the sides of his legs or through his legs. So if I got through on Steve, Schmeichel started doing star jumps, didn't he?
Yeah.
I used to meg him through his legs. Because after a few games, he was saving everything. You know, like you put one across him in the far corner and he sticks his leg out till pokes it away. But my drive, I don't know where I got it from. And obviously it sounds easy, doesn't it? But it can't be. It can't be, otherwise everyone would do it. But I obviously could tell where the ball was going next before the people who were marking me. This sounds bad, but I think most of us are. We're on the edge of like neurodivergent, ADHD or something. We're on the edge of it. I think I'm on the, like, to be obsessed with football like you were, and I'm on, like, thinking differently, but you had to practice every day and you like football. Not everybody's like that. I think we're on the edge of being, you know what I'm trying to say? I know, obviously we're not like autistic. We haven't got autism, but some players might have. Some players have got ADHD and can't, like, obsessed.
It's been ultra focused on. Well, it sounds like you were ultra focused. Like, there's probably a psychologist at Man City getting paid $500,000 a year for telling strikers to put things in bite-sized, achievable goals. Like you said, them little individual things, them 30 chances, it's going to drop in.
People will be listening to this thinking there's something wrong with me. Well, not just this, most things. But they think, is that like your life? You lived your life like that, yeah.
And would you said it's 3 o'clock Saturday, you've done everything right. So would you not go out on a Saturday night or not go out midweek with the lads? Or
Never would I drink after Thursday, ever. Too worried that it's going to affect how I play Saturday. I was too worried.
He's not getting up change channel. He's not going for a drink on Friday night.
I think I scored 20 goals for Derby and I got a gold McDonald's credit card. Use it for a year. Order what you want. Imagine. You'd love it.
I can imagine.
And I never used it once. Never used it once. And my wife, she used to go in with the kids when I wasn't there. She wouldn't tell me. It's not really good food to eat. McDonald's chips for an athlete. It's nice, but it's not. Backtracking. I would eat. My mother used to make me steak and chips on a Thursday night because I was told by my dad, Thursday's more important than Friday. So you put the nourishment in Thursday, by Saturday you get the benefit. If you put it in Friday, it's too late.
The thing is, I think you're obsessed as a manager because there's times at Doncaster, say if it was snowing outside or something and we'd have a bit of a later start, 11 o'clock, we're driving in thinking there's no way we're training today. It's fucking 6 inches of snow. We think there's going to be a meeting, game tomorrow, job done. Pull into the car park, he's on the lawnmower, on the thingy, getting rid of the snow from the pitch himself. Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
Do you know what? Funny. Wrexham. We've got a 3G pitch at Wrexham, right? Do you remember when all the games got called off at Christmas that year? Was it 2011? Something like that? Remember all the games were off for ages? We could still train because we had the 3G pitch, right? It was snowing forever. And we had a tractor and one of them drag mats. So listen to who's on the pitch getting the snow off. Me, Brian Carey, Mal Purchase, the fitness coach, Steve Cooper, youth team coach, Joey Jones, youth team coach, Stuart Webber, who's now director of football, was at Norwich. He was a groundsman. Coops was Joey's assistant, and we're all digging, right? Charlie, the groundsman, who's still the groundsman. And Kevin, who works with Charlie, who's still my gardener at my house. Hilarious, right? So we're trying to get the snow off to get training on. It's like, I'm out there. I've got other things to do. right? I've got training to organise. I'm out there digging the snow. Kevin turns up half an hour late. We've been digging for half an hour, trying to get training on. And they're all going like this. Brian and Joey, Steve Cooper, they're all going, oh, here we go. So I went, Kev, where have you been? The groundsman. He goes, jackknifed the van. I went, say that again. He went, I jackknifed the van. I said, you can't jackknife a van. You can jackknife a lorry, a juggernaut. I said, you can't, you got a painter's van. What do you mean you jackknifed it? He drove it into the ditch, right? And he's trying to make it sound worse. I've jackknifed the van. I went like, so they're all laughing, all the lads, right? Next day, he's late again. And they're all going, oh my God, he's going to get sacked. I said, I'm not, he's taking the piss. I said, like, it's too, like, comes walking over with a shovel. We're all waiting. I went, go on. Feel starvation. He just burst out. I went, what? He's serious. I went, feel starvation? What do you mean? You run out of petrol? He went, yeah. He was trying to make that worse as well. Feel starvation? He's the groundsman. He's still my Kev. I'm glad because last week he was at the Wrexham game. He's still doing the pitch, but he went to the away game. And I'm pleased for all of them at Wrexham because we had nothing, no money. Geraint, the secretary, the two groundsmen couldn't afford to repair the mowers. Training ground couldn't afford to cut the grass. And now they're flying, aren't they? Two film stars gone in. We thought it was a joke, but brilliant.
You're still cutting your own hair, by the way.
They still do it, but what?
You're still cutting your own hair?
Yeah. How'd you know? Is it that bad? Is it that bad?
He'd come down and the lads be like, oh, that's a rascal. He'd be in the office giving it one of them.
Do you know what? We all can you remember Bobby Gould. Like, we all had tics, don't we? Like when if you stand up in front of a group of players, it don't take them long before they go, if he says that again, I'm going to burst out laughing. If he says that player's name again, or he says it wrong, he's saying the player's name wrong or something, or you're laughing because Joofy's not even in the room when I'm having a meeting. We had a meeting one day and I was going, Joofy, you got to close down better than that, son. And I'm pointing, I'm going, hey, where are you?
Senegal.
Like he's not here, gaffer.
He's president of Senegal.
He hadn't turned up. I went, tell me he's here. No, he's not here. But, so you would have laughed at my stick or whatever. And other things, you laughed at every manager, didn't you? And I used to spot it as well. I was the spotter. Bobby Gould used to look at the floor all the time. Right? Hilarious. So he'd say something, and I swear to God, he could look at the floor for about 5 minutes without picking his head up. So he'd go, big game today, lads. Honestly, when it goes uncomfortably long, we're all like... And we played Brazil at home, right? And I'm running around on the pitch, and he shouts, Dino, get hold of it. And I went, Rushy, look at Gouldy looking at the floor. In the technical area in Cardiff, right? He's looking at the floor. I went, Giggsy, look at Gouldy. Giggsy went, Speedy, look at Gouldy. The whole team, we were playing Brazil, the whole team, hysterical laughing. We managed to get it all round the team before he picked his head up. He's looking, I like Bobby. Enthusiastic. Imagine on the pitch, we're playing against Romario and all that. Giggsy's laughing his head off. He goes, yes, look. We had a good laugh. I wouldn't change anything for, even now, I'm so lucky. I'm still earning a living talking about football. I managed, played.
Would you go back into management?
Yeah, and we've been sitting here a long time now, but I am convinced, I'm not going to do it, but I am convinced if you said to me now, how long would it take you to sort my football club out so that it's like we're proud of the players and we got like a football club that's running properly? I say, well, if you give me 5 years, I would transform the attitude of every single player in the academy and the youth team and the first team. And if you forget the results, because we're going to have hiccups on the way, say it was, who could you say? Say it was Sheffield Wednesday. And I don't pick up on that now. Someone's going to say, Saunders said he can show it out. Sheffield Wednesday, whenever there's about 8 people tried, on they? So I would say to him, and I'm not trying to get the Sheffield Wednesday job either, I would say to him, yeah, well, look, you're giving wages out to people who don't try. There's some players don't care. They come in, they go in. You're like putting plasters over the wounds. I will go out at this club on the training ground at the academy, Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and I will call them in, and I've done it, and I will say, right, to the coach, under 10s, how did they do Saturday? And he go, we got beat 2-0, Gaffer. Talk me through the goals. I go, and they go, 10-year-olds. They go, oh, first one was a corner. I said, who's Martin, the lad who scored? And they're all like, me. I said, well, don't let it happen next week. I said, and by the way, if any of these players, because I've got a list in my office, it's this long of 10-year-olds that want to play for Sheffield Wednesday. Anybody's lazy, just release them. Because you'll be playing for me soon. We've got 17-year-olds in the first team. 7 years, you'll be playing for me. Not if you're lazy, you won't be. And you've got to want to win. I walk off that pitch onto the under-12s, say the same. I walk onto that pitch to the under-14s, you can say a bit more to them. And then I start going through, what's your job? 14-year-old, what's your job? Striker, how many goals you scored? 12. What's your target? 20, yeah. If you don't get 20, I'll get someone who will. Because if strikers don't score, I get sacked. And 3 years, you're playing for me. If anybody's lazy, let me know, because I've got a list in my office this big. Then I go on to the youth team, say the same. And eventually, 5 years, every single player that plays for Sheffield Wednesday has got a good attitude. You stamp them rules in without being like a dictator. And then you encourage the skill. But the base of all this, if you play for Sheffield Wednesday and you turn up on a Thursday night and you've fallen asleep in the car before you get there, don't come. We want lads who are going to have a go every day. And if we lose because the other team have done us, but it's not through lack of effort.
Problem is,
get hold of the ball.
5 years.
I know.
5 years. Well, you won't survive 5 years because they want short-term gain.
Would you, I don't know if I've ever asked you this, would you do exactly the same thing in terms of leaving a bit of context? Doncaster had just gone top of League One.
Yeah.
New Year, maybe New Year's Day, Wolves come in, who were 18th-ish in the Championship.
Yeah.
What was you thinking? Was it too good to turn down?
Well, I knew the budget was getting cut next year
At
from
Wolves.
the Championship. If we got up to the Championship.
Oh, the budget of
Doncaster.
We haven't got much money because obviously it was Terry Bramall, Dick Watson, John Ryan. They owned the club. Terry Bramall sold Keep Motor Holdings for 700 million. Dick sadly passed away. Dick got 150 million. Terry got 170 million. Something like that. Don't quote me. Somebody will check that. And then
John
John
wife.
Ryan owned Transform, the plastic surgeon, and it was Make Yourself Better, the company. Same thing.
Yeah, Maya or something.
His company was valued at 200 million. John is the oldest player to play for Doncaster. He played himself at Hereford, and he loves the club. Dick liked the club, but Terry was more of a businessman. So we won. We were going well in League One. We were going to win the league. Looked like we were going to win the league, and then teams come in through, don't they? And they put something in front of you where you go, oh, I didn't want that problem really, but it's a nice problem. So I went anyway. Wolves. I thought, can I afford to turn that down? Wolves, like massive club, and you lose 6 games at whatever club you're at, you can get sacked. You know, I would have been hounded out of Doncaster if you lost 6 on the bounce. So you know, you got to leave at the right time. Anyway, Doncaster, I think, got 500 grand for me, compensation. They got me for nothing. So John Ryan said to me, Dean, you need to go. You should go. No bad feeling. You should go. It's the right thing to do. So I went, and obviously it never turned out. I was there 3.5 months. I never signed 1 player, and I was promised I could sign 8. because I thought I'm the 4th manager in 12 months. You've sacked 3. Mick McCarthy, Solback, Terry Connor. 14 games, 14 defeats. Terry. Mick McCarthy's been sacked. Solback brought a load of lads in from French lads who've never played in the Championship, right? And I've got to try and sort it out. I never signed one player. I wasn't told the truth, to be honest. And then we're struggling, aren't we? 3.5 months I got sacked. And I think, oh my God, like 3.5 months, like disaster. And they put me on gardening leave. And the worst bit was I went on gardening leave. I couldn't get another job. I weren't allowed to have another job. So for 12 months, I weren't allowed to manage anyone. Otherwise, they stopped paying me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they charged me 17 grand for my appearances on Sky. So I had to pay the money back. And I was gutted one day, and I'll never forget this. John Ryan rings me up, chairman of Doncaster. Dean, I want to buy you some food. Come to Knutsford, Chinese. I'll meet you there tomorrow night. So I went, and John turned up with all his family. Lovely bloke, John, wasn't he? Mm-hmm. All his family. And he went like this with a glass. Halfway through the meal. Bit quiet, everyone. I'd just like to present this to Dean. And he presented me with the League One winners medal. He got me one. He said it was down to you. Like, obviously, it was.
I thought it was going to be a prawn cracker.
No. He gave me the medal, and he said, "Well done." Brian Flynn took over and done a great job, and we managed to get up. He said, "Don't think I didn't." That's probably the best thing I've had off an owner.
Yeah,
It's good of him, that.
Because I was looking at it the other day, thinking, I've got a League Winners Medal, League One Winners Medal, but I weren't there on the day we won it.
Yeah. Especially how it transpired as well.
I wish I'd have been there when everyone was celebrating, at Brentford, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh,
Did you never say, do you fancy coming back?
I've never applied for a job since I left Chesterfield, and I got lied to there as well. So I never signed. Actually, I've never spent 1 pence on a footballer. I've never paid a transfer fee. I've managed 6 teams, and I've never paid 1 pence for a player.
No wonder you kept getting fucking potted.
No wonder I'm here today on this. Well, it's common sense, isn't it? I mean, I've took jobs where I probably shouldn't have taken, but I think I can. Like I just said to you, Sheffield Wednesday. I thought of the worst scenario: Sheffield Wednesday bankrupt. I am 100% confident, and I'm not trying to get the Sheffield Wednesday job. And if you offered it to me, I'm going to say no. Even if they did. In 5 years, if I was manager of that club, I would bring a team through that could play against anybody on the pitch. Work rate, effort, determination, players who want to play for Sheffield. I might not get the tactics right. I might not get team selection right, because we all make mistakes. I might sign a couple of bad players, which we all do. But there's no one on the pitch. No passengers out there.
We've had so many pictures, so many stories of people unwrapping the Under the Cosh O'Neill Sportswear shirts over Christmas.
I felt like Santa, me. Like delivering these presents. Like the amount of people who sent photos in, buzzing with them, aren't they?
Do you think O'Neills have won Christmas or not?
Yeah, it's like that. Can be when there were the Tamagotchi. It's
Yeah.
like just O'Neill's shirts this year.
Well, there it is. Look at it. Beautiful. Beautiful. And if you want to sort your own team out, O'Neill Sportswear is a place to go. 5-a-side team, 11-a-side team.
Minimum of
Whatever
7,
you've got.
maximum of as many as you want. As you want, or as many as you
But
want.
the big thing is design to delivering the key word there is design. That you get to design your own kit, put your own touch on it. Like we said before, 1-0 up before you've even kicked off.
I think they look good to play football in or do whatever you do, but also going into the pub, you're 1-0 up, Chris. I think you look magnificent. One of them, pair of jeans, pair of trainers, job done.
I tell you who would look nice in them with nothing else. A beautiful lady.
Oh, that's...
Even not, you don't have to use the word beautiful, but an average looking lady, I think, would be a beautiful lady wearing one of these. I'm not wrong, am I?
You know, like, there's like a nightwear, so you can be there
A 90.
in an intimate moment with your missus, and you can be thinking of the lads.
Yeah. Well, the link's in the description if you want to sort yourself out with an Under the Cosh shirt, or sort your team out and get them all kitted out. Maybe you've got a ladies' team. You'll have a full 11 beautiful ladies.
That'd be tough work for you, wouldn't it, Biggin? Managing them.
I haven't said a word in any of this, and I'm just being chucked under the bus last minute.
But yeah, the link's in the description. We can't recommend O'Neill's enough.
I mean, we have got a big Wolves following, so we'll probably get shot for not asking. But what happened? Would you do anything different? What did you try and do? Bear in mind, you're taking over a struggling changing room. Did you go with the same stuff you were doing at Donny, and it just didn't work? Or
Well, obviously, I'd been manager of Wrexham before that. I'm 3 years, and I learnt a lot. And I definitely learnt. You know all this long throws now. Everybody don't realise have you played in non-league?
no?
Did you at the end?
Yeah.
You played, haven't you? Everybody thinks like they're not very good, but the managers who manage non-league teams really clever. Like they actually know how to keep a job. One of the things I learnt, and you're not going to believe this when I tell you, Nathaniel Knight Percival played for Shrewsbury, Peterborough. I signed him from Histon, right, on a free, and he'd scored 11 goals playing left wing, and he got 10 the season before, something like that, and 9. And I thought, he'll get in the box, obviously. Far post. Nice lad. So I get him there, brilliant in the air. I get him there, I said, how do you score most of your goals then? He went, regains. I went, regains? What's that? I said, I've scored loads of goals. I can't remember scoring a regain. What's a regain? He goes, I couldn't believe what he said. He goes, and he's all innocent, as if everybody was doing it. He goes, what we do, we get the ball down the channels into the Quality Street, they call it. They call it Quality Street, and we get it down there, and then we try and force a throw-in or a corner. We try and force... If we get a throw-in, we try and throw it along the touchline so we can get a bit further down the touchline, so it goes out again, and then we get a long throw. So what we do, I stand on the halfway line, not interested. 2 players stand on, one on the byline, one on the corner of the 6-yard box. We throw the ball into their box and we deliberately let them head it out. We don't try and flick it on. And we ring this side of the box, so you've got the thrower and 3 other players in a half circle. Wherever that ball gets headed out, the rules are it's 1 touch back post. If anybody crosses it to the near post, get off. They bring you off the pitch. He said, and I used to creep from the halfway line. I'd creep and I'd end up on the back post. I'd either score or I'd head it back across the goal. So I thought I'll use that. And then I tried to play football when I first got there. Signed players from Liverpool, Man City, young lads. Started winning every week, and then the teams worked it out. Let them have it. Started beating us 1-0, bullies. I had all silky footballers, young lads, getting bullied by seasoned men. Let them have it, counter-attack. And then I gradually put a team together. It took me 3 years. I put a team together. Mark Crichton, Nathaniel Knight Percival, centre-half. Neil Ashton, left-back. Curtis Obeng, Neil Taylor, left-back. Lee Fowler, Jay Harris, Dean Keats, 3-man midfield. And up front, Andy Morrell, Gareth Taylor, Andy Mangan, Jake Spate, Danny Wright. That was my team. And we got 100 points. And I mixed it up. I done a bit of both. So in answer to your question, I went to Wolves. I realised quickly there's 3 groups of players here, maybe 4, but they all want to leave straight away. Don't want to be here. But they all think they're Premier League players. I got Mick McCarthy's players earning 10 grand a week, 9 grand a week. And you've got Solback. Don't know if I'm speaking out of turn here. Solback's players earning in the 30s. And they know. So they know. So they've been helping Mick McCarthy every year. Kevin Doyle's earning a bit more, but they were running down the channels, battling with Mick. And then these lads have come in and they're on 30-odd grand a week and never played in the Championship before. And they're going, and they're not very good, some of these. The players are thinking, I'm not saying that, the players are thinking they're not very good. So I went, which group am I going to appease to here? Do I go with Mick McCarthy's and get us winning again, like, because we haven't won for ages, and get us winning, and put it down the sides for Kevin Doyle and Ebanks Blake, you know, like slide the ball down the slides into the front, set back, cross, which our Mick played. And am I going to lift the whole club by doing it because they'll have a relief and it'll get them out of that rut? Or do we play total football? But I'm going to have to, half of them are putting it down the channel and half of them are playing short. And it takes a while to get them all on the same hymn sheet. So, honestly, we've been winning every week at Doncaster. My first 10 games, 5 draws, 5 defeats, and 1 for 10. Imagine, after 3, I'm going, 3 games now, we haven't won. I got to 10, I'm thinking, and then we beat Millwall away and we scored 5 in, we won 5 games, I think. Ebanks Blake got 5 goals, broke his leg, 3-0 up at Birmingham. Broke his leg down the channel. And never come back again. And we slipped back then. So we won 5. So I had 20 games, 5 defeats, 5 wins, 5 draws, 10 defeats. And I got sacked, which the stakes are higher on the Wolves. You go win.
What were you like, you know, talking about your obsession, what were you like when you were 10 without a win,
Magic.
going home? I know.
And it's funny because I work with Jamie O'Hara now, right? So Jamie's got all sorts going on in his life. Jamie, he'll laugh at this when he sees it. So I work with him on TalkSPORT. We have a bit of banter because I was his manager. And I say, you got me the sack. And he goes, worst manager I've ever had. But I used to pick it, you know what I mean? So like, anyway, we have a bit of banter. We play golf. Can't beat me at golf. It was 4 times now. So he's obviously got a great left foot. Played for Spurs. Pings it, you know, like, he's obviously talented, but he's not fit. I can see he's carrying weight, right? So I went, if you get fit. So he walks on the training ground, first day. Imagine this, you laugh. He goes, right, Gaff. Cockney. All right, Gaff. I went, yeah, all right. I said, by the way, where's your best position? He went, anywhere. I went, what do you mean, anywhere? I said, you can play up front. He goes, better than some of this lot. It's his first words to me. So I just thought, here we go. So anyway, he played in most of the games. And when I got to 10, I thought, that's it. I'm going to have to let some of these know. You can either walk out the room and think I'm an idiot, or you can take it on board what I'm about to tell you. But I'm going to tell you the truth. So I got a meeting and I went round the room. I went, look, we should never be in this position.
Well, these are your words, not the local reporters.
No, these are my words.
Not hot hats.
These are my words. And I went, when you're little and you become a footballer, there's people you don't like playing against. There's someone who will come straight in your head and you don't like playing against them. That person, before, when you were at school or now, there'll be someone. I'll guarantee you that person is either really aggressive or really quick. It won't be anything else. So I went, have you ever asked yourselves what people think of you? Have you ever thought to yourself, do people like playing against you? So I've gone, Jamie, walk out the room and think I'm an idiot or call me whatever you want. If I played against you now, I'd love to play against you. You're never going to hurt me. You're never going to run past me. I'm fitter than you now. And if you do get the ball, you're in the back 4. You're in the back 4. You're never going to run past me. And get this bit, in the 89th minute, because I'm fitter than you, I'll run past you and get on the end of a cross from midfield. And you let me run because you're not fit. He goes, bit harsh, Gaff. I went, Jamie, I'm telling you now, you've played for Spurs, you've played for Portsmouth, you've played in cup finals. You're not doing what we're paying you to do. You're not doing what you used to do. You're not doing it. We wouldn't be in this position. All of you. And I went round. Sylvan, Ebanks Blake. Sylvan, I won't mind playing against you. You're not going to run me in the channels. The only problem with marking you, you might nick one on me in the 90th minute because you made a career doing it. While you keep doing that, I'll keep picking you. But if you stop doing that, no use to me. Just letting you know. He's looking at me like that. And I went, Kevin Doyle, I said, Kev, I've watched you leaving your foot in on a Premier League back four, every one of them, one after another, and the goalkeeper, chasing your own flick-ons like a man possessed at Molineux. Ain't seen it. Where's it gone? Like, they're all sitting there. Roger Johnson. Roger. Crowd ate Jamie and Roger. So I went, Rog. Danny Bart, the young lad, centre half. I went, I wouldn't like to play against you. You're going to try and hurt me. Every chance you get, you're going to leave a bet on me. And you head the ball out the box. You might stop me scoring. And I know you're trying every week. Wouldn't want to play against you, son. Keep doing what you're doing. So I went round the room and I thought, if I get sacked, I don't care. I'm going to tell them all. Because it's me. I went, by the way, I'm going to get sacked here. Unless you start pulling your finger out and we get some result, I'm getting sacked, not you. So I'm just letting you know. Because I don't think some of you realise how bad you're doing. We can't possibly be in this position. Wolves. Go up to my office. I went, I'm glad I've said that, to Brian. Glad I said that. Got it off my chest. Next thing. One knock I got. Roger Johnson. He goes, what does that mean? I went, I'm glad you've come up to see me. He went, I'd love to play against you, by the way. I'd snap you in half. He goes to me. He goes, I said, exactly, Rog. Do you know what? You're the only one that's come up there. I said to Brian, didn't I, Brian? I bet Roger comes up to see me. You won't be happy with that. So well done, son. Well done for coming to see me. At least you care. Well done. Hey, by the way, you're our best player. You're the only one. Show the rest of them. Get us out of trouble. See you tomorrow. Walked out like that. I didn't expect it. I thought, how can I get out of this? Yeah, but you got to tell players sometimes. Everybody thinks man management. If I drew a picture of man management, a manager, he's got his arm around a player and he going, come on, son. Come on. You'll be all right. You're a good player. I know you're good. You know you can do it. Sometimes man management is, Jamie, you might as well get your boots and go and play for someone else. Don't come in tomorrow. You're not fit. Stealing money off the club.
That's going to get the best out of him.
Yeah.
You've identified
He might go. He's right. I'm not living properly. I've let it slip. That's man management as well.
Do you think that's the problem with footballers now? Nobody can take a fucking
100%. Now, I'm on TalkSPORT, right? And Mourinho's arguing with Pogba on the back page of The Sun every day. He's late for training. He's like this, that. Remember? It was going on. And I'm going like Man United used to be on the back page for Giggs, Beckham, Andy Cole. Never in-house fighting. So I'm going, both of them need to leave. But I went, both of them should leave. Mourinho, it's not doing him any good and it's not doing Pogba any good. And then he has to go at Martial. And then he says, Luke Shaw, I'm playing the game for him. And I thought, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players you've nailed. Those 5 can't take it. So what they do, they go, by the way, you never signed me, Mourinho. Somebody else signed me. So you're just having a go at me because you don't like me. It's not because I'm playing bad. You just don't like me. You're trying to get your own players in. So I know why you're having a go at me. And I'm not having it. So they don't actually believe, when you give him a bollocking, Pogba, he's going like this. Yeah, all right. You're trying to get me out. You're just trying to get... It's not because... No, it's the way you're playing. You're playing shit. You're not trying. But they go round your back, the agents, there's 5 different agents. They phone the chief executive. Just to let you know, between me and you, the players are not having the manager anymore. Only takes one of them. He goes to the owner. Listen to this. Da-da-da-da-da. The owner might ring one of the players or the agent of another player. What's going on in the dressing room? So you've got to keep everybody on side, haven't you, somehow? Like without you can only pick 11. there's 20 odd players in the club who actually go in, I'm a dickhead.
Is that ego again, though, and player power? They're being too much.
Well, what, like, they're all on 300 grand a week. 200, 300, 500. Add it up, 5 players, 300, 200, 100. That's like 700 grand a week, and Mourinho's on 1. And they're losing. Let's just get rid of him. When I'm trying to motivate you, if I'm not the full stop, if you've got nowhere else to go apart from me, I can make you better. But if you've got something, another person above me, like, they're trying to call him a head coach now, aren't they? And like, I might be a dinosaur for thinking that's how football should be run. No, you try running Boots the Chemist. There's only one boss in Boots the Chemist. Everybody runs when he walks in. Everybody jumps. It's like that on a training pitch. And if they think that they're going to sack you any minute, they down tools.
So do you think there's a manager in the Premier League now who has got that then? Who has got that
Unai Emery.
Strength.
authoritative?
Unai Emery.
You think the players at Villa are shit scared of Unai? Not shit scared, but if he says you're not fucking playing, you've been shit, they'll take that on board.
Or he's been given the control
there's
to be
one
able
example
to do it.
which tells me all you need to know. Harvey Elliott has gone to Aston Villa and not played.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously he's not signed him. And he's gone, I'm not playing him. You signed him. I told you I didn't want him. Why would he sign Harvey Elliott and not play him? Surely, he's a good player, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's not played. And they've tried to say it's 10 games and it brings into a transfer fee. Doesn't it? You know,
Clause.
it kicks in. Yeah, the buy. Well, play him 9 then. Tell him, I'm only going to play you 9. I'm not signing you next year. But he's not played him in 1, which means he's doing it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
They've signed him and Lindelof and Jadon Sancho right on the last day, didn't they? So I think Unai Emery has won. He's won the, and maybe like they're intelligent enough to say he knows more about football than us.
Whether the manager, whether he's signed me or not, if I'm doing shit, I think he's got a right to have a pop at me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just a generation. Do you think the same?
Mm-hmm.
But John, before you two play for me, I tell you what I expect from you. If I don't tell you, you think you're doing all right. That's a stock answer, by the way. How do you think you're doing? All right. How'd you work that out? When I met you, when I first met you, I said your job was get shots in, get crosses in, hold the ball up most of the time. Have you done that today? And you go, no. I go, you haven't done all right then, have you? You're kidding yourself. Pull your finger out. But if I just leave it, you don't know what your role is in the team, people blame, like, it's his fault. No, it's not me. Back forward too deep. Well, there's no pressure on the ball, is there? Oh, that's because they're not holding up front. It just keeps coming back at us every time. Too deep. So it's just if you don't put the law down and tell people what's expected of them, that chaos happens. And that's why I'm not managing.
Yeah. One last one from me before we finish. And you can give us a one-word answer. That's
Right.
fine. Bale or Giggs?
Bale. Yeah, both brilliant. But I've coached Gareth Bale. I played with Ryan Giggs all my career. Genius. But Gareth Bale should have a statue of him in Cardiff, Swansea, Wrexham, Newport. He got the country to the World Cup and the Euros on his own. Sorry to, like, obviously we had Ramsey, Joe Allen, Ledley. We had good players around him, Ashley Williams. But I've watched every game he's played for Wales. He has won games on his own where we're playing dreadful. And he scored any type of goal. Freak of nature. And he got us to the World Cup on his own. He needed Aaron Ramsey to put him in. Aaron Ramsey would see him early.
Yeah.
And Ramsey needed Gareth Bale to run early. They needed each other. They're both on FM. So Gareth Bale's playing with players who are on AM. You can run as much as you like. The ball's not coming, mate.
He used to use that one in his match reports on the bus.
Yeah.
Different frequency, 3 out of 10.
I thought you meant football manager.
But I would say Gareth Bale.
Yeah.
And nice lad as well. Lovely lad. Anyway.
No,
Right.
thank you very much. By the way, do you know this HMRC and that bloke? Fuck him off. Just
Oh, you can't.
You carry on being like you are.
What did you say? The stories are always based on true events.
The story is based on a true story. I should say that. I should say, and thanks for inviting me on the podcast. And always remember, stories are for entertainment reasons, and they're all based on a true story.
Cheers, Dino. Top man. Thank you very much.
Absolutely brilliant.
Cheers.